Bonjour à tous. In today's video, we will be looking at how to conjugate the first group verb. At first, we need to know different group verbs we have in French. We have the first group verb, the second group verb, and the third group verb. But today we will be concentrating on the first group verb. Les verbes du premier groupe. Les verbes du premier groupe. These verbs are regular verbs. They are regular verbs in the sense that they are conjugated the same way. First group verbs are verbs ending with ER. They are verbs ending with ER, except à l'exception, aller. Aller is the only verb ending with ER that is not first group verb. It's an irregular verb. It is not conjugated like first group verb. So it's under third group verb. Like I said, first group verb had the verb ending with ER except for aller. Aller means to go. Now I'll be citing some examples to back it up. Examples of first group verb. Par exemple, we have manger, parler, tirer, écouter, chanter, regarder, nager. Now I'll be picking one of those verbs as an example. You might be asking that question, that how do I conjugate the first group verb? So let me pick the verb parler, which means to speak. How do I conjugate the verb parler? You start by removing the ER at the end. Then you write all the French pronouns. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. Like I said, you remove the ER, then you'll be left with pa. So you write it for everything. After that, the ending of jo is e. The ending of tu is es. The ending of il and hell is e. The ending of no is o and s. The ending of vous is ez. The ending of il who hell is ent. That is how you conjugate all first group verbs except for the verb aller. That's why they are called the regular verbs. They are conjugated the same way. Let me conjugate another verb to know that first group verbs are conjugated the same way. Let's conjugate danser, which means to dance. Je danse, tu danses, il danse, elle danse, nous dansons, vous dansez, il danse, elle danse. But we have some verbs that you really need to know how to conjugate them, like the verb ending with ger. For example, manger. Can you see the ending ger? Another example, nager. Can you see that? Another example, corriger. For you to sound je, you have to, when you get to know, the pronoun no, you have to add e in front of the who and his. Take note only for those that are ending with ger. If you did not add e to it, the pronunciation will be like g. For example, nous mangeons. The e before the who will make it je, not g. If you didn't add e, it will be pronounced nous mangeons. So for it to be pronounced je, you must add e before the whole. For example, nageons, not nagon. For every verbs ending with ger, you must add e before who. Another thing I want you to take note is the verb ending with cer. When you get to know, you must put that accent. It's called accent aigu en français. Accent aigu. This accent is used for turning k to s. So if you want c to be pronounced, you put accent aigu. For the c to sound c, in front of the no, you will be adding that accent aigu under the c. So commencer will now turn to nous commençons. Without the accent, it will be nous commençons. C and O is k, not s. So the accent aigu is important for every verb ending with cer. There are some verbs like appeler, to call. Let's conjugate the verb appeler, which means to call. J'appelle, tu appelles, il appelle, elle appelle, nous appelons, vous appelez, ils appellent, elles appellent. Take note of that nous and vous. It's having just one L. So you have to learn that. Before we go to the next verb that you need to learn, let's look at that ENT. For all verbs, whether first group, second group, third group, you don't pronounce that ending, ENT. For example, if you want to say this, you say il demande, elle demande, ils appellent, elles appellent, il commence, elle commence. Take note of that pronunciation. Don't pronounce the ENT. Now let's go to the next verb. After this, you're good to go when you talk about first group verb, conjugating first group verb. The verb jeter, jeter, which means to throw. Let's conjugate it. Je jette, tu jettes, il jette, elle jette, nous jetons. Take note of that. Vous jetez, and that's il jette, elle jette. For every verb starting with a vowel like aimer, habiter, écouter. For je, you're going to be removing E. Let me say it this way. Vowel and vowel, most of the time when you talk about je, they are not friends. So one vowel will have to leave for another vowel to stay. So let's make an example on this. If you want to say I love, you say j'aime, not this. If you want to say I live, you say j'habite, not this. If you want to say I'm listening, you say j'écoute, not this. So take note of that. I think you're good to go when you talk about first group verb. It's question time. Let's conjugate the verb écouter in present tense. Écouter. Write your answer in the comment section and I'll be marking all.